What's up, Infected? Welcome to the quarantine. This video is going to be day one of my first real playthrough of this war of mine. Now, my wife and I played a little bit, like one round into the game, just so I can kind of learn how to play, but I figure everything I've heard, this game plays best at one player. So, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to record my first playthrough, and our survivors are Marin, Marco, and Katya, and we're going to go through what they did to survive or not survive. Now, the way I'm going to upload this video is I'm going to attempt to put graphics on the screen, maybe going to try to put in the corner somewhere the 3 different survivors that I have on this side, to kind of, that way you can track their health. I'm also going to edit the video, kind of chop it up, that way we can see just the actual narration parts, and it's not me sitting here thinking and going the whole time. And I hope you guys enjoy this. If you guys do, it's going to be a series of videos. Each day is going to be a video, and from what I understand, the game takes place over 7 days. So each day is going to be a video, and I will do a shorter little intro every time, and we'll just kind of do it that way. So I hope you guys enjoy this. If you do, let me know down in the comments. Anyways, let's just dive into it. Now we're going to start with a new day begins. Day 1, the morning phase. We're going to draw and resolve an event from the event deck, or I'm going to shove all of these over. That works too. And keep in mind, I barely know the rules. Supposedly this game can be learned as you play, so we're just going to kind of go with that. Holy crap. So it's relatively peaceful. However, we get 4 cold markers in the cold space, which I don't think is going to be a very good thing. Place this card on the Night Raid's deck. If there's at least 1 board up token on the shelter, we skip the Night Raid phase. So this is going to go here. And I don't know how we do that, but we'll figure that out. It says after we resolve this card, remove it from the game. So we're not. So we're good there. Then we're going to go to day 1, day actions. For day 1, the day actions, a new day begins. Outside is an outgoing conflict and sniper bullets for us. We can't leave the safety of our shelter, but there are improvements to be made. We should make this place feel more like home. We can use beds, a stove, or even a radio. But first we'll need to clear out some space. Hopefully we might find something useful in the rubble. So the way these actions work is you get these status effects here that I will actually probably just show on screen. You get these status effects, and so you have 3 series of actions. You have, first round of actions, second round of actions, third round of actions. So if I have, say, Hunger 2, which has 1 black circle on the third one, and then I have Misery 2, the only action that I have is our first stage action, because you always take, you lose the action that is blacked out. So if I have Hunger 3 and Misery 3, I still get that 1 action, because both of those are blocking out 2 of those circles. So I think we're going to make Katya is orange. Katya is going to go through the heap, I suppose. And then we're going to have, let's see, Marco is green. I think Marco is going to go through the rubble, and he's going to use a shovel here. And then I think I'm going to make, I don't know. I might make him use the door with the lockpick. So once you've assigned everybody, then you execute the actions. So Katya searches this, and we get a lockpick. Looks like lockpick, 2 components, and 5 wood. 5 wood that goes to storage. Awesome possum. 2 components and a lockpick. Let's see. Alright, so then this is gone. So we'll put that, I don't know, up there, I guess. Then he's going to discard this shovel, and nothing. So this is gone. Is the shovel gone? I think the shovel's gone. Okay. It says that you return that token to the storage after resolving its action. So that was there, and then we get rid of this lockpick, and we're going to flip over Marin's door. It looks like we gain a mechanical part and a wood. So mechanical part is gray. There we go. So it looks like we got quite a bit of stuff here. Let's see, add these to the storage and remove this card from the game. So we'll put that up there. So awesome. It's always good. And then now we all get our second action. So the way I'll probably keep track of it is I'll put everybody back down on the guard and then divvy them back out again. So, oh, I just realized I am supposed to roll a die for picking a lock, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to roll this die. It's a 6. Discard the lockpick, then resolve the back of the card. So that's, okay, we're good. So nothing to be alarmed. Move along. Alright, let's see. We're going to have Marin. Actually, I think we're going to have Marin and Marco dig through over here. Because it says requires a shovel or 2 characters. We'll do that. And then I'm going to have Katya go ahead and dig through the heap again, because why not? This is their last action, so they're going to go ahead and get rid of that. So it says just remove this card from the game, so nothing. And then this heap is going to give us 1 electrical part, 1 water, and 3 components. So that's awesome. And what did that say? Electrical parts? We got a lot of crap here, so that's pretty good. And then, let's see, add these to storage and remove it from the game. So we're going to put all those, remove them from the games up there. Alright, so they've all done their 2 actions, because where they're hungry, they don't get their 3rd stage of actions. So, we are on Dusk of the first day. The sun has disappeared beneath the horizon. Shadows and darkness now rule over the city. It's a bit safer to go out at this time, but first we must regain our strength. So, first everybody has to drink. So, for each character that didn't drink water, I'd roll a black die, but we have 3 water. So everybody's going to get to drink. So that's always swell. And then now hunger. Each character should eat 1 or more food discarded from storage. Now we start with 3 raw food. And I also just remembered that each one of them have a special ability we should have been able to do earlier, possibly. Marco can use his axe to break in, instead of using lockpicks, but too late, we already used it. During the day phase, Marin, when using the poke about action, Marin adds 3 to his black die roll. I don't really remember what the poke about is. Oh, right here. Okay, that's cool. And then Katya, when trading with Katya, present trade commission is lowered to 0. Okay, well, she needs to trade. I don't really know what that means, but I'm guessing that's a good thing. So, we have 3 food, and everybody could go ahead and eat, and I think we're going to, because we might as well. So we have 3 raw food, so we're going to go ahead and put those back. So, good first night. Everybody's going to get to eat. And I apologize, my phone just vibrated, but whatever. So, that's good. And then we continue to the evening phase. So, evening of the first day. Before nightfall, we must decide who will stay in the shelter to regain strength or guard the door, and who will venture into the ruined city. We can only hope to scavenge some food, meds, and other necessary materials. So, we can sleep in a bed. We can place 1 character in a bed. We don't have a bed. We can sleep on the floor. Lowers their fatigue by 2, but nobody's fatigued. Guard duty. We can place a character on guard duty to defend the shelter from attack. There must be at least 1 guard on the guard space, otherwise see 333 in the book of scripts. Okay, that's probably not good. So I think we're going to make Marco, because Marco's got, see, prowess of 2. Oh no, he's got inventory of 5, so we need to have him. So we're going to have Marin stay. And then I think we're actually going to make both of them. We're going to make Katya and Marco go out and scavenge. So I think that's what we're going to do. Nobody's going to sleep. We're going to have Marin guard duty, but he raises his fatigue by 1, so not a big deal. Marin is a little sleepy, a little groggy. It's fine. We'll find him some coffee, and he might settle right down. But everybody going scavenging also gets fatigue 1. Now, I know some people are probably going to be losing their freaking minds because I'm probably not making the best choices, but whatever. We're doing it live. So that's it. Now we move to the scavenging phase, which I just remembered I did not pull out the locations, but we'll just reveal them together, I guess. So now we're in the scavenging phase of the night phase, I guess. Scavenging part of the night phase. It's safer to move around the city at night. Shots can still be heard, but only sporadically. You strap your backpacks on tightly and leave your shelter carefully. You pick your way through the ruined shops and houses that line the shelled streets. Scavenging. We choose one of the 3 available locations, which are... we have the central square that's closest to us. Distant, we have the abandoned cottage. And farthest away, we have the construction site. So, let's see. It looks like we have the central square. We can return 6 exploration cards, which that'll make sense shortly, to trade, which is neat. But, Katya, the trade commission is 0, so I guess we don't have to do that? I'm going to assume that's what that means, and if not, please correct me in the video so I know for future playthroughs. All 7 of these days, or if everybody dies less than that, is pretty much going to be done in one sitting and just edited throughout the time. So let me know in previous playthroughs, but I'm going to assume that's what that means. But, let's see, return 3 exploration cards to socialize with people, see 191. So that's neat. While we're there, the special findings are nothing, shells, chems, and cigarettes. We need food. So we have the abandoned cottage. The abandoned cottage has returned 2 exploration cards to have a look around the area, to read 260. And then basement entrance, jammed door. I should probably note, even though it should be, what's the word I'm looking for? It should be, whatever the word I'm looking for, obvious. There will be spoilers in this, so if you don't want anything spoiled, not a whole lot's been spoiled yet, so I'd recommend just turn the video off. I just realized I forgot to actually mention that. So, let's see, we got that, and then we have nothing, mechanical parts, chems, and vegetables. That'll be good. Raw food, lowered hunger by 1. I didn't do that. So they are all at hunger 1, which is pretty swanky. Vegetables, the hunger stays the same. So that might be the best option. So, okay, so the Marco and Katya are going to go to the abandoned store. So we're going to put them there. Or I'll just put them like that, I guess. So that's where they're going. So what that means is we're going to take 12 exploration cards here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And this is our unknown deck. It sits right here. And that's what we're going to be exploring. So we can choose equipment. We don't have any equipment. We set the noise marker to 1, which is no bueno. And where's the black deck? There it is. And let's see, prepare the unknown deck and explore, which I've already done. And then now and that's all. So the way this works is I'm going to reveal 1 card and we just resolve it. And we're going to do this 1 at a time. So we have, looks like we came across some bars. We can see if there are no bars on here. There's basement entrance and jam doors, which are a little keyword up there in the top right. So if there are no bars, discard this card and draw a new card from the exploration deck. So this just goes here, we ignore it, and we just draw a new one. So I can ignore this card, or I can remove 2 exploration cards to save it and use it anytime during the scavenging phase. We have a hiding place. After rolling for noise, you may discard this card to ignore an encounter. That sounds like a good idea. So we're going to... Well, let me finish reading the rest of it. We can ignore an encounter or perform a backstab, which I don't really know what that means, but we'll figure that out. So we're going to return 2 of these, and I'm going to keep it right here, because that's now something fancy that we got. And the way this works is once we are done with this deck here, then our exploration is over. However, we can end the exploration and then have to kind of deal with some consequences, which we'll get to if that happens. So the more we perform these actions on the cards, the more cards we're actually taking out of this and the less things that we're able to do. So for example, if I would have just ignored this, I would have had 2 more cards in here that I could have looked at, which could have been a big deal. So let's reveal this. There's stairs that lead up in from this abandoned cottage. We could look for another way, return 2... Let's see, look for another way, return 2 exploration cards, or we could raise the noise by 2 and roll for noise. So yeah, in order for us to progress, we can go up these stairs, but they're busted, rickety stairs, and it might be a problem. So I think we're going to be careful, because what it is basically you're being careful. So because you're being careful and you're not running through, the amount of time that you have exploring gets reduced. So we're going to get rid of that. And I think I have a smudge on my card. Huh. Let's go ahead and get that cleaned off. Sorry about that. So, yeah, we're going to do those stairs up, because I do not... And we're going to sneak up there, because I really don't need people getting killed this early. We're going to reveal this. Check to see if the current location has an open space, which it does not. If there's no open space, discard this card and draw another one. Let's see, we can poke about, return 1 exploration card, or roll for noise to choose 1 findings, which is here. From these, so choose 1 findings from the special findings chart for this location. Oh, we can just choose 1? Alright, I think we're going to roll for noise. So the way you roll for noise, you're going to take the black die, and you want to roll equal, or you want to roll over this. If you roll equal to or under, then bad things happen. So as long as I don't roll a 1, I'm fine. So we're going to poke about, and we rolled a 6, we're good. So we're going to choose a vegetable, a veggie table. So this goes here. Anything that we get through this little adventure here stays up here. Oh, vegetables don't weigh anything. Neato. Alright, and we're going to keep pushing on. Okay, if anybody watching this can let me know, I'm going to kind of ignore it because I can't find anything that talks about it. I also might be dumb. What does this private mean in the corner? I can't figure it out. The only thing I can think of is if you're playing a multiple player game, the person that does this or gets this doesn't have to say it out loud. I don't know. But I can't seem to find anything for it. So we may ignore this card, or we can search the pantry. We could return 2 exploration cards or raise the noise by 1 and roll for noise to draw and resolve 1 card from the findings deck. And that's the pantry chart, which more than likely will have food. So we're going to, I don't want to take cards out of this because that might be bad. So we're going to raise the noise by 1. And here's to hoping, because remember, we do still have this hiding spot. So if we wind up getting discovered, we can just ignore the encounter, which will be really good. So we're going to do this, and of fucking course we roll a 2. So, standby. Alright, so it says here, whenever the game tells you to roll for noise, roll the black die. If the result equal to or less than the current noise, an encounter immediately is triggered. Set the noise marker to 1, and then draw and resolve the top card from the residence deck. However, I'm going to ignore an encounter, and I'm going to go on the assumption that this gets discarded. I'm guessing. So, we can ignore that encounter. We made some noise, but no big deal. So we still get to do our findings. So we have the pantry. We found vegetables, sugar, and a cigarette, and then we get to, let's see, vegetables, sugar, and I cannot for the life of me find a cigarette. Oh, there it is. And I just dropped it. Give me 1 minute. Give me 1 second. All right, there we go. So we got cigarettes, sugar, and a vegetable. Now we roll on a d10 and compare it to the chart over here, and hopefully we get a 8 through 10, because that would just be swell. No, we get a 7, because that's 1 lower than we needed. We got chems, which I think are a yellow token. Yes, it is. So we got drugs, I guess. So let's see, then roll the black die, add the tokens, afterwards shuffle this card back into the findings deck. So I brought all of these people, or both of these people here, hoping that we would be able to carry a bunch of shit out. Because the way this works is these tokens have a little weight symbol here, which, like I said, through the magic of editing, I hopefully will have symbols and stuff up. But it's got these little symbols here to show weight, and each weight takes up 1 inventory space. So we have a total of 8 inventory that we can bring back. Now we only have 1 thing that actually weighs something, which kind of sucks, because that's why I brought 2 people and made them both tired for it. If I wouldn't have, if 1 person would have stayed back at the shelter to sleep on the floor, then I would have had 1 person that can actually perform 3 actions. But hindsight's always 20/20, I suppose. So we're gonna go ahead and press on. So, we found a door. We can peek through the keyhole, return 1 exploration card to look at the next card, or enter, raise the noise by 1, or roll for the noise. So we're going to roll for the noise and just barge in. Okay, we got 3. I'm not rolling too well on these noise checks. Now, let's see, check the current location card for rubble. There is no rubble, so if there's no rubble, you may, wrong one, discard this card and draw another one. So, and I think it says, yeah, draw 1 from the exploration deck, which is over there. So, stairs down, so we just, I guess, checked all of upstairs. Look for another way out, return 3 cards. No. Now, I'm going to go on the assumption, again, if somebody can clarify this, I couldn't find it. I couldn't choose the return 3 exploration cards because there's only 2 cards left. So I'm going to go on the assumption that I wouldn't even be able to do that. So I'm going to raise the noise by 3. Are you kidding me? Great. And then roll for noise. This might turn ugly fast. Okay, nope, that's 5. We're good. Everything's swell. And then we can climb up, look for another way out, or we can climb, roll the gray combat die for each scavenging character. Characters may use their prowess to re-roll the result to determine how many wounds they suffer during the climb, or we can end the exploration. Shit. That's lame. There's only a 2 in 6 chance we're gonna get hurt. I think we're gonna climb up. Screw it. So that was for Marco, so nothing. I don't remember what that $sign means, but if I'm not mistaken, that is just for combat. But we'll check that. Stand by. Okay, yes, that is just for combat from what I can tell. And this is for Katya. Of course, Katya gets hurt twice. So, if I can find, there it is. Katya is now wounded twice. That sucks really bad. She fell off the ladder. So this is turning out to be really swell. Oh, wait. Scratch that. Rewind. Oh, nope. Katya has 0 prowess. Of course she does. And last but not least, hopefully it's something. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. My phone went off. So we can search the heap. We can return 2 exploration cards, which you can't, and raise the noise by 1, or raise the noise by 1 and search and roll for noise to be able to draw and resolve 1 card from the findings deck. This might be a terrible idea, but here's nothing, I guess. So we gotta roll a 5 or higher on a d10. We rolled a 9. Sweet. So, because we need more shit. I brought 2 people here specifically to carry more stuff. And we've got a bunch of... Granted, we got food and stuff, which is great. But nothing that's making use of me bringing 2 people. Granted, we're going to be able to get a bunch of water and stuff. So, let's see. We're going to do the heap chart. We found mechanical parts and more chems. So, more drugs. Drugs are always good in time of war. And it's jewelry and mechanical part. Oh, wrong place. Then we get to roll on this. Please be vegetables, because then everybody can eat the next day. 9, that is vegetables. Sweet. Alright, and then add the token to the findings pile, and then this goes back in here. So, our search is done, if I'm not mistaken. So, when the unknown deck is depleted, exploration automatically ends. Return to the choose findings stage. So now, this moment, I can add as many resources, water components, or wood to the findings pile here as I want. But each one has a weight of 1 that I'm going to take with me. So, we are definitely going to take at least 3 water. So let's see how much we can carry. 8 inventory back. So we have 2 here. The rest, all of this we're going to be able to just take because it doesn't weigh anything. So we have sugar and mechanical parts. So it's 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm actually thinking we should do just 6 water. That way we don't have to worry about water quite so much. But let me confirm. It says everything, let's see, weight of heavy tokens is shown with the weight icon. If a token doesn't have the icon, its weight is 0. So, this is, I think, what we're going to do. So, yeah, this is what we're going to take. So we get to keep everything. So we're going to go to the night raid phase. So, night raid phase of day 1. Meanwhile, in the shelter, someone came in the night and to steal our belongings. Choose the weapons for the guards. We don't have any weapons. And I just realized that I have the wrong color on the... Nothing's changed. I just have the wrong color on the wrong mini because I just noticed that Marin apparently had an axe. So everything else is the same. I just realized the colors were different. Yeah, meanwhile in the shelter, someone came to steal our belongings. So now we have to draw and resolve the top night raid card. So we don't have any board up shelter icon things because I don't know how we're supposed to do that. I'm guessing maybe... I don't really know how to do that. So stand by. Alrighty, so boarding up is from here, not here. I have to build a workshop in order to board up. So... Sucks to be me, I suppose. I wish I would have thought about that, but I guess that's future me's problem. Or actually future Marin, Marco, and Katya's problem. So, this just happens. So I guess we discard that. And we draw... Let's see, draw and resolve the top night raid card. So, reality impact. Something unexpected has happened. Draw a card from the colors deck to determine the script or the color of the script. Then reveal the top card of the Night Raids deck and check the number on it with that color. Find the number, so afterwards shuffle this card back into the Night Raid deck. So we're going to do gray. So we're going to draw this and we are going to read 903. So let's shuffle this in. You gotta remember 903. And let's see what happened at night. Someone's moving around under our window. We take a look, trying to peer into the darkness. We can see something. It's our neighbor! He's dragging a small sack. He opens the trunk of a burned car that's more on our land than his. He rummages around inside the trunk and then pours into it the contents of the sack. Vegetables? He takes another look around and then returns to his house, a place which he shares with several other families. But apparently he doesn't want to share anything. We consider whether we should investigate his hiding space, or hiding place. So do we go outside and take something from the neighbor's hiding place, or do we forget about it and go back to the game? I mean, we do have enough vegetables, and I don't think I want to piss off our neighbors. So I think we're going to forget about it, and we're going to mind our own damn business, because I think we actually got off very... we actually got off pretty easy there. So we're going to forget about it. Never happened. We just go back to being miserable, and then that's it. So we're now at the dawn phase. So our scavengers come back, and we get to bring all of our crap with us. So we got all of our drugs, our mechanical parts, all kinds of stuff, all of our water. Delicious, delicious water. It's all ours. So, assign meds and bandages. So, there are none. Yeah, we have a bunch of chems, but no drugs. Or no meds. Then we draw a fate card. So, fate cards are here. So, we get... Raise the wounds of all unbandaged characters by 1. Oh, no. That's so Katya is now at wound 3, which sucks. So she just doesn't get to do anything. She is beat up. Lower the illness of all characters who took meds by 1. Nobody. Discard med tokens from all characters, so not the bandages. That's neat. If cold tokens are minus... cold tokens minus board up, so minus 0, is 4 or more. Raise the illness of all characters by 1. Yay! So everybody just got sick. So that's great, because it's freezing outside. I fear this is going to be a very short game. Now, exchange the nearest small location. If there's none, exchange the nearest medium location. So we have a medium, a small, okay. So this one gets exchanged. I don't really know what exchange means. I'm gonna guess it gets shuffled in, maybe? Stand by. Okay, exchange means you remove it from the game. So I'm gonna put it up there. And we're going to shuffle this back because I had it on the bottom. And a new, let's see, what do we got? We have a warehouse. Then we are going to draw a narrative action card. We draw 2 and read 1. So these are, from what I understand, these are good cards. We have a close call. Play during any combat, ignore all wounds from a single combat roll, or play during a night raid phase, ignore all wounds from a night raid. That's good. Then we have play during the day action phase, raise 1 chosen character's fatigue by 1 to automatically remove 1 rubble or rubble remnants card without losing an action. I think we're going to go with close call. That one sounds a lot better. So we're going to put this here, I guess, just to keep in mind that we still have it. And then this one gets shuffled back into the stack. And that is the end of the first day. If you like what I'm doing here, definitely, of course, check out the next video and so on until everybody inevitably dies a horrible death. But if you like my channel, you'd like to support it, check out my Patreon in the top corner and down in the description. Anyways, we'll see you guys next time in the quarantine.